Hello, how's it going? As you can see, I have some sprites. So big shout out to my artists for that. Their stuff's in the description. Make sure to check it out. Big thank you to them, making me look way cooler than I actually am. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. The 5K special. Even though, you know, we're past that now, which is so crazy to me. But anyway, that's besides the point. So just sit back, relax, grab a nice drink, and we'll go over some questions together. So the first question I have here is by TP, and they said, what motivated you to start this channel? So I've been really into YouTube for as long as I can remember, you know, growing up with it and whatnot. And I always wanted to create videos myself, but I never took it serious. I never really sat down and thought, I'm gonna put my best effort and my best resources and try to create something that I can actually say I'm proud of. But with this channel, I can. So the next question is, how did you find out about liminal spaces? Strangely enough, while I don't have Instagram now, I'm pretty sure I saw it from a Instagram video compilation of just pictures of liminal spaces, similar to the ones you'd see on YouTube. In fact, I'm pretty sure it probably was just ripped from YouTube onto Instagram. But I didn't know they were called liminal spaces, and I didn't know that's like what they were referred to as. I was always under the impression that they were just the subcategory of images that you've seen in your nightmares or images that you've seen in your dreams and whatnot. I always thought that was like kind of dumb, but when I learned that there's actual depth to it, I was a lot more interested. And when I figured out that it was almost, you know, like an art form, like I say it is now, that's what really had me interested. On a completely unrelated note, what's your favorite genre of music? Okay, so I don't know if I'd consider it my favorite genre per se, but I'd say my favorite thing to listen to is probably experimental or alternative rock. Some of my favorite bands include Ween or Tally Hall, which you probably have heard either Ocean Man or Ruler of Everything by both of these bands, as they're both pretty popular meme songs. What is your all-time favorite liminal space image? So I'd probably say my all-time favorite is probably Sanatorium Ingle. It's such a perfect example of a liminal space. It has that uncomfortable atmosphere where you don't really know what you're looking at, and it also features a pool, which is a really big thing in liminal space imagery. And it does come from a pretty cool place, and I really enjoyed making that original video on it. It was like the second liminal space video I ever made, so probably that one. What made you want to produce liminal space content? I originally just thought it would be a good video idea. I remember looking on the liminal space subreddit, seeing if I could find a pretty interesting image and thinking maybe I can figure out where the original image came from and make a video on that. And so I found this image right here, which is an image of the Rainbow Funhouse. And when I had reverse image searched it on Google, I figured out that there's actually a lot more behind it than just being a cool liminal space image. And the fact that it had this really cool building, and there was the whole thing with the fire, and, you know, just go watch the video if you haven't seen it yet. I don't know why you're watching this before watching that. If you weren't making videos on liminal spaces, what would you want to make videos on? Well, of course every YouTuber just wants to make videos on what they want. You know, that's the ultimate goal of any YouTuber, is they want to be able to create the content on anything they want. And I really couldn't give a definite answer on what I would make videos on, but something that I would like to make videos on, and I would know I would have fun making videos about it, is One Piece content. Because I know so much about the One Piece world, and I really have nothing better to do with all that useless information, so I really do think making videos about it would be a lot of fun. What is your favorite pizza topping? Probably banana peppers, because they're not as spicy as jalapenos, but they still have that little kick to them. So here's 3 quick ones unrelated to liminal spaces. What's your favorite type of cat? I like ragdolls, I like Abyssinians, I like the short hair Orientals. I really like all different types of cats. I really don't have a favorite. Maine Coons are cool too. I don't know why I know so many cat breeds, but I can't pick a favorite. Are you into any aesthetics like dreamcore? So obviously, I'm very interested in them. But I don't really think I have anything I've ever created where I can say they're backed by certain aesthetics. But if I had to pick one that I like the most between the ones related to liminal spaces, I'd probably say Dreamcore. Just because those elements are the most fascinating to me. Apart from making YouTube videos, what are your other hobbies or interests? So I know this is somewhat related to liminal spaces, but I really do enjoy urbexing, or urban exploring, I guess you would say. Looking at abandoned buildings and things like that. I used to really enjoy video games, but it's gotten kind of hard to enjoy them as I've gotten older. And it's the same with most things growing up. Currently, I don't really think I have any hobbies or interests besides video making, but that's okay. I have a lot more questions, but the video is already pretty long, so maybe I can make a follow-up to this. But I'll end it off on this one that says, why don't liminal space images work for me? So this is something that I've seen a bunch of comments on, especially in my more popular videos. People always say, oh, I don't have any effects with this. So there could be a variety of reasons as to why people wouldn't be affected by liminal space images. For one thing, they could be younger, and so the nostalgia factor is totally just not there. Another thing could be you just have not seen familiar imagery. So, for example, a lot of popular liminal space images have hotels and pools and things like that. Well, there might be somebody who grew up in an area where there weren't many hotels or pools, so that imagery is not going to be very popular or familiar with them. Hence why when they see it again, they're not going to think, oh, this image is familiar. They just might think, it's just a normal image, you know, it's not a liminal space image, because nothing to them is liminal about the photos. Or it could just be the fact that a lot of people have these different phobias, you know, like the fear of being alone and whatnot. And if you look at these images and you don't have any specific type of phobias, obviously you're not going to be scared of it, or not going to be even interested for that matter. Because one of the main appeals is being drawn into the image due to that fear factor, or that phobia factor, I guess you'd say. But anyways, I'm surprised you made it this far into the video. It's really just me rambling. Appreciate the support once again. I'm so blown away that, you know, this was supposed to be the 5K special and now it's 10K. If you'd like me to make a second part, I'd definitely be down. So just let me know. And as always, thank you for watching, and take care.